Wojciechowski has as many wins as hits allowed in his first 3 starts.
The league will continue to adjust, and he's going to have to make adjustments along with that. It is cat and mouse every day with all of these guys in each matchup. Every individual pitch is because they will make adjustments against him at some point.
That's Brewers general manager Matt Arnold. The Brewers welcome in the Colorado Rockies for a 3-game weekend series beginning Friday night. And the NBA draft resumes tonight with round 2. The Bucks own the 47th overall selection with the 2-round event. And 2 players with Wisconsin connections could hear their names called tonight: Marquette guard Cam Jones and Wisconsin guard John Tonje. All right, taking a look at your roads with your WTMJ Time Saver traffic. Roads are starting to clear up across the Milwaukee area with no major incidents in southeast Wisconsin. All right, time for your WTMJ 5-day forecast. Tonight, scattered thunderstorms, especially early in this evening, will happen with a low of 65 degrees. Friday, stray morning showers are possible, mostly to partly cloudy skies and breezy with a high of 80 degrees. Saturday's going to be mostly sunny with a high of 80 degrees near the lake and 85 degrees inland. Sunday's going to be partly cloudy, hot and humid with a chance of thunderstorms late in the day with a high of 91 degrees. Monday's going to be partly cloudy with a high of 82 degrees. Right now in Madison, it's 86 degrees. In Green Bay, it's 66 degrees. In Waukesha, it's 71 degrees. And right here in Milwaukee, it's currently 64 degrees. I'm Sean Brinda. Outdoor Living Unlimited. WTMJ News Time is 6:07.
Your need-to-know cultural snapshot of Wisconsin and beyond. This is What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx, sponsored by Visit Milwaukee. A deep dive into all things intriguing, riveting, and entertaining. Now, here's your host, Sandy Maxx.
Hello from Summerfest, live inside the Pella windows and doors of Wisconsin mobile studio on the Lakefront Path. I am in my happy place, and it is just absolutely a thrill and a pleasure to bring you the stories and the sounds from the grounds, live and in person. I am here until 8 o'clock. Thank you so much for listening to What's on Tap, sponsored by Visit Milwaukee. It is going to be a beautiful night. The last time I was here was Friday, and it was really hot. There was a lot of sweating going on, so it's really nice to look out over the lagoon, get a nice cool breeze. I brought my jacket. It's a rain jacket, like just in case, so I can stay late and see all the headliners I want to see. But it really is a beautiful night. I see a lot of cutoff shorts and cowboy boots because Lainey Wilson is the headliner on the American Family Insurance Amphitheater stage tonight. There, as Bob Uecker used to say, there's still plenty of room for you here. This time at Summerfest. And if you want to see what's happening here, text the word WATCH to the Siding Unlimited WTMJ Talk and text line 855-616-1620. You text the word WATCH to 855-616-1620, and you get a link right back so you can keep an eye on what we're doing here. And also, that is the same number for the WTMJ Talk and text line to keep an eye on the questions. If you have questions about what's going on here at Summerfest, or if you have reviews, were you here on weekend one? What did you do? Who did you see? Who did you bump into? Because that's one of the other favorite things about Summerfest is I keep watching people, and like you'll see people across the way go up and shake hands, and it's friends who haven't seen each other in ages. And sometimes they stop and talk, and sometimes they just keep moving. But it's such a friendly atmosphere here. And I already got one of my hugs in because I go through the media gate because I bring in the computer and got to get checked and all that good stuff. You wind up being in like the employee area, but backstage behind some of the stages. So I was behind the Generac Power Stage, and I love tour buses. And I'm like, look, it's a big black tour bus. I bet it's the English Beat. So I thought maybe I'll get a chance to see Dave Wakeling, who was on the show last night. Timing was such that literally the door of the tour bus opened up and Dave Wakeling appeared. And I was like, Dave, how are you? So I got a hug and a hello, and I got to tell you, they just went on stage 10 minutes ago at the Generac Power Stage, and he was ready to play. And if you're an 80s fan, this is a night to be here. Psychedelic Furs are here later. Devo is here later. This is just a great night of music, no matter what style you like. Go to the Summerfest app because you can see the full lineup. We're going to be giving you band suggestions throughout the night, and there are admission deals. For example, tomorrow, Show Your College Pride Day. Between noon and 3, if you show up wearing a hat or a T-shirt of one of these colleges or universities, you get in free. Beloit College, Carroll University, Herzing University, Marquette University, my alma mater, Milwaukee Area Technical College, St. Norbert College, UW Milwaukee, UW Parkside, UW Whitewater, honestly, if you have a hat or a shirt with one of those colleges on it, you get in free tomorrow between noon and 3. And Saturday is wonderful. It's Summerfest Military and First Responder Appreciation Day on Saturday from noon till 6. All active duty military personnel, veterans, police, fire, and EMT, and 4 family members can get in with a valid military ID. You can go to the Summerfest app or the Summerfest website. They have all the details on the specifics, but there really are a lot of ways to stretch your entertainment dollar and get in here and have fun. So tonight on What's on Tap, here till 8 o'clock, woodworking artist Ike Winter. You remember him from the NFL draft? He created all the NFL logos, all 32, and every new draft announced walked through that hallway and tapped the logo of the team that they got drafted. That is local artist Ike Winter, and he has a new mosaic artwork of the Summerfest logo that he has here, and he has another Summerfest quest to get in touch with the Killers, and it involves art. So he'll be my guest at 7 o'clock. At 7:30, Music Success is this wonderful program that gets, we were just talking about first responders, it gets instruments into the hands of first responders as a way, because music is healing. So Patrick Nettesheim from Music Success will join me at 7:35, and at 7:45, you have a chance to win free Summerfest tickets, a 4-pack. So stay with me. There's so much to enjoy, but more than the music, we're past the first weekend. There are other things going on and activities, and WTMJ's Elizabeth Lintonen is in the Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin mobile studio with me. Elizabeth, you have covered a variety of stories over the first weekend and actually experienced some of the recreation yourself.
Yes, Sandy. I've been hopping around. We were here last Thursday. Me and fellow reporter Jessica Gatso got to experience free kayaking in the lagoon, which is first time they've done that in a while.
That's
so that was really
great
exciting.
offering, especially on last weekend when it was so hot. But anytime to just be able to kind of peace out, and if you're not a kayaker, to try it in the calm waters of the safe space there in that lagoon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. We talked to the people that were running it, and they said that this is a lot of people's first time kayaking. It's kind of the experience they want people to have. So if you've never kayaked before, no worries. You can do a single kayak or you can do a double kayak. And they take reservations, I think, for about half of everybody that's doing it. But the other half, you can just walk up and you get to get in the water. It's really exciting. So that was fun. Thursday wasn't quite as hot as the rest of the weekend, and it was still totally worth it, though. It was
What are some of the other stories you've covered here?
What are some of the other stories? We've been doing, I got to cover the Fuzz Pop art exhibit, Astro Relics of the North Woods, which is these really cool mythical creatures that tower over you, and you get to create a soundscape. It's interactive. It's really cool. It's right by the U-Line stage. And then beyond that, I got to interview we actually interviewed one of my concert photographer friends, Bobby Knopp. She's a creative surrealist photographer shooting for marketing for Summerfest this year. And then I interviewed another concert photographer, Anna Olenczak, and she's shooting a lot of the headliners. She shot Natasha Bedingfield last Thursday. So
and what a fun show,
cool.
and what a great energy that was, because so many people were singing along to that. You can see these web stories at WTMJ.com. Catch up on Elizabeth Lintonen's reporting. And Elizabeth, it's been fun to get to know you since you started, and you experienced for the first time something I have already experienced.
I did.
A Rick Springfield concert.
A Rick Springfield concert indeed, and what a concert it was.
Well, I have to tell you, you told me that you were excited to go, but not nearly as excited as your mom.
Yes.
And that you went with your parents and you were planning on going.
Yes.
So that Friday afternoon when I was broadcasting, our Good Karma Brands teammate Jen Ellis, who's also taking photos here and covering Summerfest, Jen came up to me and she said, hey, I saw Rick Springfield on the lakefront path. And I almost jumped out of my skin. I'm like, what? And I texted you immediately. And I'm like, Rick Springfield's out in the wild. And she said, he's really cool. He's taking photos. He's literally just strolling and being cool. So I was like, okay, you need to know this. And then we were in a commercial break because I was filling in on Wisconsin's Afternoon News. And I, hot-footed, I did not run, but I walked as quickly as I could towards the U-Line stage, but I realized he's moving. So I was doing this robotic scan of all faces, people sitting on the lakefront, who's walking towards me.
Yes.
Is he tall? Would he be sitting? What would he be wearing? So I was trying to do a scan, and I made it all the way down to the U.S. Cellular stage and didn't have a sighting, but then bumped into friends, as you do. So I was like, okay, I'm actually on the air right now, and I was actually looking for Rick Springfield, not you, which sounded really rude. But
well, it's Rick Springfield. I'm sure they understand.
But it was just, I automatically was like, oh, Rick Springfield, that would be cool. That would be really cool to see him. So I've had the opportunity to see him several times in concert, and he used to do residencies at Northern Lights Theater at Potawatomi when that stage was there. So he has a huge following here.
Yeah. Yeah, so I've known all the words to Jesse's Girl since I was probably 7 years old. I remember getting driven to and from grade school and hearing him on the radio, hearing my mom's CDs. So I've grown up a Rick Springfield fan.
You know how good that music
by
is.
circumstance of being raised by my wonderful mother. And so when we found out they were coming, when the lineup got released, that was our immediate plan. I was like, I'm going to get you a free ticket and we'll go to Rick Springfield together. And so
when I texted you that Rick Springfield was out in the wild, then what happened?
Well, she just in case had a typed out letter in case we happened to bump into Rick Springfield, and it did have her phone number on it. And so
your mom is my people.
She texted me.
Oh.
She texted me that Rick was, around, and so I'm running around with this handwritten letter in my hand, like Festival Lemonade in one hand, handwritten letter for Rick Springfield in the other. I do probably 3 laps, and she's like, "Don't drop it because it has my phone number on it." I'm like, "What do you mean it has your phone number on it?" And unfortunately, we did not see him, but there would be another opportunity during the concert to interact with Rick Springfield.
Charming. But that shows you the power and the emotion of music, especially when you grow up listening to bands and singers and performers. And that's the magic of Summerfest, like bringing people together to create these music memories, to relive some of these music memories, and do it in this communal space. That warms my heart. So how was the show? Where did you get your parents? Did you get them up close?
Yes, we did get up close. So we arrived, he was playing at, I think, 10, and we got there at, or like 9:30, 10.
No, I was 10.
We got there at 4. We did get there at 4.
There you
we
go.
sat through 3 acts before it. And just took turns going to, get snacks or water or go to the bathroom or whatever.
Plan.
And so we ended up, every time a band would leave, we would inch up a little closer.
Yep.
And so we ended up in about the 3rd row.
Wow.
Which was very exciting. We had a great view. There was a very impassioned crowd, I would say.
Yeah.
Everyone was very passionate about being able to see Rick Springfield, and that included the moment when my 5-foot mother stood on the bleachers. But our favorite part of the concert was when he played Human Touch, and he climbed through the entire crowd. And as he was climbing through the crowd, he was on row 3, and I went, Rick, she's your biggest fan. And so he came our direction.
Pointed to your mom, I assume.
And he pointed to my mother, and she got to kiss his arm. She did kiss his arm. She did.
There was contact. Hot, sweaty arm contact.
She got to hold his arm in her hand and kiss his arm, and she got to interact. Rick Springfield and her made eye contact. They got to interact, and she got to. It was a really, really good moment.
That's magic. I don't know how you're going to top that next year.
I don't think we will. I think that was a once-in-a-lifetime sort of opportunity that might never happen again, but I'm so glad it did.
WTMJ's Elizabeth Lintonen from our newsroom, and now a Rick Springfield convert for sure, but an excellent daughter as well. Thank you for sharing those memories. And who are you going to go see tonight?
Well, tonight I think I'm just going to hang out. My parents are here, and they're seeing Lucas Nelson and Lainey Wilson.
Cool.
Tomorrow night, I think I'm going to see some local bands. Social Sig and Alley Eyes are playing tomorrow afternoon. And then Saturday night, I believe I'm going to see Young the Giant, which is an indie rock band playing on the Generac. So I'm very excited.
There are your Summerfest picks from WTMJ's Elizabeth Lintonen. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening. And I say your parents raised you right, and I love it that music keeps your family together. Have a great time. I am Sandy Maxx. Please stay with me here as we continue some band suggestions by theme and fresh comedy news. A comedy legend who's also a Saturday Night Live alumnus announced that he's coming back to Milwaukee in October. I'll give you that update. What's on tap live from Summerfest?
Politics, work, daily stressors. Let's take a break from all that and get centered, Christ-centered. I'm Pastor Tim Butker. Join me each week for Christian Crusaders, a broadcast that highlights the gospel, the good news of Jesus, and our belief in the authoritative Word of God. Christ-centered, gospel-oriented, Bible-based Christian Crusaders. Please join us Sundays at 6 a.m. on WTMJ. We'd love to have you worship with us.
Hey, WTMJ's John Rourke here for Certa Pro Painters. They painted the exterior of our house. I loved it because they're thorough and they're thoughtful. As a matter of fact, they pointed out some wood that might need to eventually be replaced. They just looked at the whole house, and I felt like they absolutely cared. Get on Certa Pro's calendar right now. The summer sales discount goes through July 31st. Schedule your free estimate at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C for your home or business. They'll do it the right way the first time. Each Certa Pro Painters business is independently owned and operated. It's Certa Pro Painters.
From the post-game show to the morning show, there's no rest for baseball and Dominic Cotroneo.
I was like a kid on Christmas Eve. I couldn't sleep last night. I was just so excited to get ready to watch games that count.
Dominic Cotroneo is our Brewers 360 guest every Monday morning at 8:45 on Wisconsin's Morning News.
There are some roster decisions I do want to break down here, and then we'll get into the lineup.
Brewers 360 is sponsored by Outdoor Living Unlimited and Big Fish Contracting. You're listening to What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx on WTMJ.
I know the love that I deserve, and I hope you find yourself before I find somebody else to be my love.
Lucas Nelson is opening for Lainey Wilson tonight on the American Family Insurance Amphitheater stage. 7:30 is showtime, so you still have time to get down here and have some fun and see that headliner. I am Sandy Maxx, broadcasting live at Summerfest in the Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin mobile studio. We're right behind the Gruber Law Office's sports zone, right on the lakefront path. I see lots of cowboy hats, cowboy boots, some gingham, some denim. People lean into whatever band you want. I see a T-shirt for the Quills, which is a great local duo that were on the stage earlier in that 80s music vibe. There's just, I tell you, no matter what style of music you like, you will find it here at Summerfest. And if you're looking for a little bit of help to try and figure out, I don't know, what band do I want to see, I can share with you some of my picks for tonight. You still have time to get here 7:30 for Willie Porter on the BMO Pavilion. And also the producers, a very 80s band from the MTV years, they're on the Uline stage at 7:30. And they were here last year, and I saw the first two songs before there was a big storm that came through on a Saturday night of Summerfest last year. So I'm glad that Summerfest invited them back, so you can see all of the producers at 7:30 tonight. Psychedelic Furs are headlining the Generac Power Stage. Devo is headlining the Uline stage at 9:30 tonight. Oh, yeah. And I've already seen fans walking around with what you would call a flower pot hat. They're technically the energy domes. I can't wait. That's going to be a great show. And tomorrow, we got the headliners are the Killers. That's been a show that people have really been excited for ever since it got announced last January. And if you're interested in seeing the Killers, I would say snap up tickets if you can find them. Cold War Kids opening, and they are reputed to be very good. Cake is headlining at 9:30 tomorrow night on the free BMO Pavilion stage. And for, I know there are a lot of folks who grew up in the Chicago area. Billy Corgan, formerly of Smashing Pumpkins, has his own band called Billy Corgan and the Machines of God, performing at 10:15 tomorrow night on the Miller Lite Oasis. And I would expect there will be some Pumpkin songs in there as well. I don't think he can do that. Come here, not do that. And then insight from some of the booking team here at Summerfest. Some of the up-and-comers suggested to not miss tomorrow. Country fans, Preston Cooper, tomorrow at 7:30 on the BMO Pavilion. Young guy, 22 years old from Ohio, and his voice has been compared to Chris Stapleton and Bob Seger, which is interesting. So Preston Cooper tomorrow night, 7:30 on the BMO Pavilion. And another band that the Summerfest booking team is excited about, Malcolm Todd. You might know him from TikTok. He's got this pop indie sound. Malcolm Todd is tomorrow night at 10 on the Briggs & Stratton Big Backyard stage. And then Saturday night, she's coming. Megan Thee Stallion is headlining on the American Family Insurance Amphitheater stage Saturday night. Megan Thee Stallion bringing that swagger, that strut, that confidence, and some savage wardrobe, I expect. So Megan Thee Stallion, and then also on Saturday, this is my wild card pick, Tall, Tall Trees. Turns out it's one man. He's a one-man psychedelic indie folk orchestra. Tall, Tall Trees, he is a pioneer in the world of experimental banjo music. He's going to play the Banjotron 6500. But also on Saturday, Nicotine Dolls on the Uline stage at 3:30. Spyro Gyra Jazz at the Miller Lite Oasis. That'll be Saturday at 4:30. And if you dig those horn sections, stay late on Saturday night. Here come the Mummies at 10 o'clock on the Briggs & Stratton Big Backyard. I always say you never see the Mummies once. Once you see them, you got to see them again. So that is 10 o'clock on Saturday night. And also, if you like that kind of Tex-Mex sound, the Mavericks will be 10:15 at the Miller Lite Oasis on Saturday night. So those are some suggestions for weekend 2. And I've also matched up. I did a lot of research, and I really enjoyed it. If you text the word bands, B-A-N-D-S, text the word bands to the WTMJ Sighting Unlimited talk and text line 855-616-1620. Text the word bands, B-A-N-D-S, to 855-616-1620, and you will get my web story that groups bands by sexy sounds, funny band names, and other categories that I found in my themes as I was doing research. So text the word bands for that fun list to 855-616-1620. Now, the Big Bang fireworks were last week. Something in the sky at Summerfest to look forward to next week. That is next, live from Summerfest.
With an ever-changing inventory, you never know what great bargains you're going to be able to find at St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores. It makes shopping fun because the best finds are the ones you had no idea you'd even come across. And when they're at thrift store prices, it feels good. And it feels even better to know you're helping us help others. Shop St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores on Highway 100 in Layton and Greenfield, 23rd in Lincoln, and 76th and Bradley Road in Milwaukee.
You're gonna love it, St. Vincent de Paul.
MJ and my friends at Three Pillars are hiring. They have incredible career opportunities. Three Pillars Senior Living Communities in Dousman is ranked best in Wisconsin in continuing care, also in assisted and independent living. And it's a certified great place to work. And they are hiring caregivers within their assisted living and memory care communities. Full and part-time, day or evening shifts. They start at $20 per hour, and you could get more based on experience and shifts. And the best part, you will be making a difference in the lives of others every day at Three Pillars. Go to threepillars.org and click on that careers tab to learn more.
A buck doesn't buy much unless you're spending it at Griffin. For just $1 over cost, you can buy brand new tires from us. This is Jim Griffin. Any major brand, $1 over our cost with free tire repair and lifetime rotation. We'll even show you the invoice to prove it. Our only requirements, we put them on for you. Buy one or the whole set. The dollar deal from Griffin. Milwaukee, Waukesha, Fort Atkinson, and Jefferson. Griffin. The buck stops here. The deals on tires don't. That's Griffin.
Not combinable with other tire offers.
Hey, John Mercure here. I hope you'll consider hanging out with me on Saturdays at 1 o'clock for Experience Wisconsin. I love Experience Wisconsin because we help you experience all the great people, places, things, events, festivals in our state. We head from the Mississippi to Lake Michigan. From north to south, it's a really fun show. This week, incredible. We will check out Road America in Elkhart Lake and the Wade House. It's super fun. It's Experience Wisconsin, Saturdays at 1 right here on 620 WTMJ.
This is What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx.
We tried to run, but we didn't get far. Never say never with you, I end up together.
Lainey Wilson tonight at Summerfest on the American Family Insurance Amphitheater stage. Still time, still room for you to come enjoy one of the best country music artists of our time right now. She's on fire. Lainey Wilson. I am Sandy Maxx, live from the Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin mobile studio. And thank you for listening to What's on Tap, sponsored by Visit Milwaukee. Handcrafted, homegrown, world-class. Discover more at visitmilwaukee.org. And before we get to the WTMJ news and a big comedy concert announcement, I wanted to remind you that Summerfest announced something new for the 4th of July. They're going to be celebrating. You know, next year is the country's 250th birthday. Well, they're not waiting. We're going to celebrate America's 249th birthday for two festival firsts on July 4th, a collective multi-stage Happy Birthday sing-along at 9 o'clock on July 4th, followed by a 10-minute patriotic drone show with like hundreds of red, white, and blue drones in the sky of a 10-minute show. So that's a first time for Summerfest, too, in its 57-year history, a drone show. That is July 4th, and Summerfest admission is free from noon till 6 on July 4th. If you want to get in on the big all-festival birthday sing-along and the drone show. That is July 4th. Summerfest.com for more information, of course. And we have a big comedy concert announcement. But first, we go to the WTMJ Breaking News Center. Here's Sean Brinda.
Thanks, Sandy. A man is in custody after trying to break into the home of Milwaukee Police Chief Jeffrey Norman. Police say a 67-year-old man tried to enter the chief's home around 7:15 p.m. Wednesday. 2 firearms were recovered nearby. Sources say Norman was not home at the time. And 2 motorcyclists died in crashes Wednesday evening. In the town of Delafield, the motorcyclist lost control on I-94 near Elmhurst Road. No other vehicles were involved in the crash. The victim's identity has not yet been released. In the village of Bristol, a 21-year-old man was speeding near 60th Street and 184th Avenue. His motorcycle struck a pickup truck as the truck was attempting to turn left. The man was then ejected and then struck the windshield of an SUV, and his motorcycle became lodged under the car's engine compartment, causing a fire. The drivers and passenger in the car were not seriously hurt. And the Walworth County Sheriff's deputy is expected to be okay after his squad car was hit by a distracted driver. It happened just after 11 p.m. on Tuesday in the town of Darien. A car was speeding on I-43 near Highway X when it rear-ended the squad. The driver, a 41-year-old Christina Belongsha of Geneva, said she was eating Taco Bell and wasn't paying attention when the accident happened. The deputy was treated at the hospital for minor injuries. All right, taking a look at your roads with your WTMJ Time Saver traffic. We've got a couple of incidents on the road. I-41, 43, 894 east at the ramp from Forest Home Avenue. Right shoulder is closed due to a crash. Other than that, roads are looking pretty clear across southeast Wisconsin. All right, time for your WTMJ 5-day forecast. Today, scattered storms, especially early this evening with a low of 65 degrees, are expected. Friday, straight morning showers are possible, mostly to partly cloudy and breezy skies for the rest of the afternoon with a high of 80 degrees. Saturday's going to be mostly sunny with a high of 80 degrees near the lake and 85 degrees inland. Sunday, partly cloudy, hot and humid with a chance of thunderstorms late in the day with a high of 91 degrees, and Monday's going to be partly cloudy with a high of 82 degrees. Right now in Green Bay, it's currently 66 degrees. In Waukesha, it's 71 degrees. And right here in Milwaukee, it's 64 degrees. I'm Sean Brenda, Outdoor Living Unlimited. WTMJ News Time is 6:32.
Smart interior designers know that what they'll see here is going to be almost impossible to find anywhere else, especially at our consignment prices. Premium home decor that's gently loved and close to new. And what we carry can raise the wow factor of anyone's home decor. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor at a value. Design Exchange in Heartland and Pewaukee.
Design Exchange.
In Heartland, you're going to find a focus on distinctive furniture, unique antiques, and original artwork, along with tasteful home decor that can fit almost any budget. In Pewaukee, the focus is on kitchen, outdoor, and garden decor, and all of it is priced at 25 to 40% off retail. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor on consignment at a value.
Design Exchange.
When you come to Kendor Marine, you'll find parts you didn't even know you needed. And if you're a boating enthusiast, like I know you are, then you're going to love wandering the aisles here. We've staked our reputation on thinking just like you. So we know what you need now and what you're going to need later to keep your boat in tip-top shape. This is Dave Doro, and boaters in the know exactly where to go. Kendor Marine, 57th and Ryan Road in Franklin.
Hey boaters, cruise to Kendor Marine. We got everything you need but the water.
KendorMarine.com.
Hey boaters!
We have the go-to marine store. And it's not just because we have all the boat parts and supplies you'll ever need, including oddball parts you thought you'd never be able to find. And it's also because we're cheaper than the other guys too. So why shop anywhere else? This is Dave Doro from Kendor Marine. Boaters in the know exactly where to go. Kendor Marine, 57th and Ryan Road in Franklin.
Hey boaters, cruise to Kendor Marine. We got everything you need but the water.
When people think sleep apnea, they think CPAP. Now at Advent, we do all we can to help sleep apnea sufferers avoid the CPAP machine. And most sleep apnea sufferers who come to Advent are going to be able to avoid a CPAP altogether. Our unique Advent approach using simple in-office solutions can get your nose working and throat open all under one roof. You see, the root of every snoring and obstructive sleep apnea problem lies within the throat, nose, or both. At Advent, we know when we get the nose and throat working properly, most snoring and sleep apnea problems will subside. And we have the most simple and convenient, ultra-effective in-office solutions that can do just that. And this is why people have traveled by planes, trains, and automobiles from corners of the world you would never think of to find the sleep apnea and snoring relief you won't find elsewhere.
Go to adventknows.com to schedule your appointment because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better. Most insurance accepted.
What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx is back on WTMJ.
It's too hot for a penguin to be just walking around here. I gotta send him back to the South Pole.
That's some silliness from Adam Sandler and the movie Billy Madison. Kind of makes sense for some summertime heat, talking about penguins in the heat. I have an Adam Sandler announcement to share with you as I broadcast live from Summerfest in the Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin mobile studio. I am Sandy Maxx. This is What's on Tap. Thank you for hanging out with me. And just announced this morning at 8 o'clock, so maybe you haven't heard this yet, Adam Sandler is coming back to Milwaukee. He's going to perform at Fiserv Forum October 5th. Adam Sandler and his new tour called You're My Best Friend. I would do a silly Adam Sandler voice, but I'm not good at it. I won't even try it. But it's going to be cool. October 5th. Going to pack that. Don't you think, with the level of people remember him from Saturday Night Live, people love different movies of his. We just played we just played Billy Madison, but you know, the other thing that not only is Adam Sandler going on this comedy tour in fall that will be here in Milwaukee, October 5th at Fiserv Forum. Tickets go on sale tomorrow. He's going to be releasing Happy Gilmore 2 on Netflix on July 25th. So we're going to be seeing a lot of Adam Sandler. And, you know, I mean, Happy Gilmore, there are a lot of quotable moments from Happy Gilmore.
Why don't you just go home? That's your home. Are you too good for your home? Answer me.
Yeah, I mean, there are so many moments. And then, of course, Bob Barker in that movie and that epic scene. So if you love comedy and you're one of those people who doesn't maybe go to comedy clubs that often, this is one of those. Make this happen. I feel like Adam Sandler is a bucket list comedy show, and it's called You're My Best Friend, October 5th, Fiserv Forum, and there was a Live Nation presale at noon. This is what, you know, often when we announce concerts, it's like, hey, tickets go on sale like next week. No, tickets go on sale tomorrow at noon. So Adam Sandler back in Milwaukee. I haven't seen him in concert yet. I have heard all rave reviews, so I think this is one of those I need to circle it on my calendar, make it my bucket list, because, you know, my favorite Adam Sandler film is The Wedding Singer.
Well, I have a microphone, and you don't.
So you will listen to every word I have to say!
And that's not even the funniest part, but I immediately thought of that quote. So I'm sure you immediately thought of some funny Adam Sandler movie or quote as soon as I said his name. So again, Adam Sandler just announced this morning, Fiserv Forum, October 5th. Tickets on sale tomorrow. Ticketmaster.com, wherever you get your tickets. More Summerfest band suggestions. When there are so many hundreds of bands playing over the entire 3 weekends of Summerfest, how do you choose? Well, we are here to help, and I have some suggestions from some well-reputed sources in my circles. Stay with me here on What's on Tap on WTMJ.
Hey, listen up, moms, dads, grandparents. School's out, summer is here. You need an outing. WTMJ's John Merck here. I've got it for you. Take your kids to the Mine Shaft Restaurant and Entertainment Center in Hartford, the area's most affordable, cool, and comfortable summer vacation destination. It is world-class fun because they've got a world-class game room with over 80 interactive games, including a huge claw crane game, Taj Mahal Mini, Ticket Ring 45, Monopoly Roll and Go, and the easiest games for all your little ones. Monday and Thursday, that's when you want to go. You buy one pizza, you get a second pizza for free. Sunday through Thursday, kids 5 and under eat free from the kids menu. Yeah, that's right. You heard me. It's free. Your kids are going to love the Mine Shaft, especially your teenagers. Grandparents, take your grandkids to the Mine Shaft. They'll love you more than ever. It's fantastic. Big food, big fun. It's the Mine Shaft in beautiful downtown Hartford and in Oshkosh. It's a super affordable summer outing with free pizza on Monday and Thursday. Visit MineShaftRestaurant.com.
You're back at the gym. Your new gym outfit? On point. Your new sneakers? Baller. You've got this. Just like Associated Bank's got you with Access Checking. It's maintenance fee-free with no minimum balance requirements. So when you take your first yoga class in 10 months, your body might surprise you, but your checking account won't. You've got this with Access Checking from Associated Bank. See associatedbank.com/checking or ask a banker for details. Member FDIC.
Summer in Milwaukee is non-stop.
Festivals, live music, and fresh city vibes fill the season.
From world-famous cultural celebrations to hidden gem street fairs, every neighborhood is a stage, alive with handcrafted traditions, homegrown talent, and world-class entertainment.
Music, flavor,
Culture. Whenever you visit, the Cream City is ready to celebrate. This summer, don't just visit, experience Milwaukee, the city of festivals. Learn more at visitmilwaukee.org/fest.
The new fractured boulders we now have in stock are really nice. They're squarer and more rectangular in shape, and they're great for building dry-laid retaining walls. They're much easier to deal with, lock together nicely, and you get less gaps. No wet mortar needed. And we've stocked a multitude of colors. You can use them as an accent item to add character to your dry river or creek beds, too. Erickson's Landscape Supply. High-quality mulch and stone for a whole lot less. Commercial or residential, visit ericksonslandscapesupply.com to see our entire selection. Our organic mulch is comprised of all trees. Most mulch is made from ground-up pallets, and you don't know what might have been spilled on those pallets. Could be chemicals or who knows what. But not our mulch, we're recycling trees. Many species of hardwoods. Cedar, hemlock, light brown, dark brown, mocha, black, red, gold, and caramel. 7 colors to choose from means a mulch to match any exterior. Erickson's Landscape Supply. High-quality mulch and stone for a whole lot less. Commercial or residential, visit ericksonslandscapesupply.com to see our entire selection.
Welcome back to What's on Tap on WTMJ.
A band you might remember from MTV in the 80s called The Producers. They are going to be on stage at the Uline Warehouse at 7:30 playing good music like this. And then after The Producers, it is Devo at 9:30 on the Uline Warehouse stage. That is going to be some great music tonight on the Uline Warehouse stage. So fun. And we've got so many bands that are here. If you go to summerfest.com or the Summerfest app, just start scrolling. You will see how many bands are here. And it's so happy to me as I'm broadcasting live here on the Lakefront Path and the Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin mobile studio, seeing people with band T-shirts, seeing people in their cowboy boots and their pretty outfits, getting ready to see Lainey Wilson. My boyfriend's brother just walked by, and he has a Devo album around his neck. Not a Devo T-shirt. He literally punched holes in an album cover, and he's wearing that as decoration. So Troy is a dedicated music fan, and he was walking with Kent Sommerfeld, Milwaukee Brewers engineer. So I'm telling you, you will bump into people that you haven't seen in a while that you'll be happy to see. So who do you want to see on stage? We have some suggestions. Here is a Good Karma Brands teammate of mine with some music that he wants to see at Summerfest.
Hey, it's WTMJ's Jeff Sherman. Summerfest, Sandy. It's one of the city's guiding lights. It's our civic flag, right? It's our collective place to join and jam and just enjoy life. I love Summerfest. I always have. Phil Vassar there on the 27th. He is back after, I think he missed last year. A big fan favorite, puts on a great show, ton of sing-along songs. Finally, I've never seen the Killers live, so I'm looking forward to their headline act.
Well, somebody told me you had a boyfriend who looked like a girlfriend that I had in February of last year. It's not confidential. I've got potential.
Also on my list, Willie Porter, the local guy. He's back. I always appreciate the local love there, the guitar playing. One of the first dates with my wife was to see Willie Porter, too, so we always love to see Willie Porter. Summerfest, America's oldest, largest running music festival, 600 acts, but those are just 3 or 4 that are on my radar.
Brother, like a hound dog under the yellow moon.
7:30 tonight is when you can see Willie Porter on the BMO Pavilion stage with the lake as a backdrop. Willie Porter on the BMO Pavilion stage, and it's not just him. He's got a great band, too. And after Willie Porter on the BMO Pavilion, the Avett Brothers are headlining at 9:30 tonight, so that is going to be great. And other bands that Jeff Sherman wants to see, the Killers headlining tomorrow night at the American Family Insurance Amphitheater, and also tomorrow, country music, Phil Vassar. He'll be on the Uline Warehouse tomorrow night at 7:30. So see a variety of music, but I've got another Good Karma Brand's teammate that you've heard on the air who has some other musical suggestions.
This is WTMJ producer Jocelyn Snell, and some of the shows that I'm looking for include the Yvette Brothers. I remember Ain't No Man playing a lot of my college radio station, and it still lives in my head rent-free, so I definitely want to hear more of their music, and live for that matter.
There ain't no man can't save me. There ain't no man can enslave me. Ain't no man, a man that can change the shape my soul is in.
Social Distortion, I have a friend who's really into them, and I'd like to take them to Summerfest. And then Lumineers, I can't believe they're a headliner. And I've never gone to an American Family amphitheater show, so I'm definitely going to go to that one. So super excited. Love their first 2 albums, and I need to listen to their latest one and their third one as well.
I've been living a lonely life.
See, I was telling you, Jocelyn has great taste too, and maybe you'll bump into seeing Jocelyn at the Avett Brothers. 9:30 tonight is when the Avett Brothers are on that headlining stage at the BMO Pavilion, and then the other bands that Jocelyn mentioned, Social Distortion, I agree. Great to see live. I've seen them a couple times. That's July 4th. They're headlining the Miller Lite Oasis stage at 10:15 on July 4th. Social D, and it is the Lumineers who will wrap up the entire Summerfest headlining schedule. They'll be on Saturday, July 5th, on the American Amphitheater Insurance Amphitheater stage. There you go. Amp is what the nickname is. But the Lumineers and also Hippocampus opening for the Lumineers on the Saturday the 5th. They're going to be good. And I've been telling you I want to clone myself tonight because there's so much great music, especially of the 80s genre. And I have another friend who has a suggestion for tonight if you're interested in getting down here.
My name is Stephen. I'm a producer and a songwriter. I live in Milwaukee, in Endress Park. I'm in a band called Eject Fast Forward with Seth Rausch, Kerry Underwood's drummer. Summerfest. Well, it's probably one of the reasons that got me to America, because prior to that, I've been running around England playing and also attending some of their festivals. And when I got to Summerfest, I was just no mud. There's permanent stages. Even though some of them were temporary, it was just the footprint, and the scale was so much better than Donington or Reading, which I've been to before. I think it's a big draw, and I'm a fan. I will say that this year the lineup looks pretty strong, and who I'm looking forward to seeing. Recently at the Riverside, I saw the Psychedelic Furs. And they were spectacular. The 2-guitar lineup of Richard Fortus, and I can't remember the guy's name at the moment, but he's a rock star. And yeah, so that's who I'll go and see down there.
Stephen, he has great taste, I think. Phyllis, Psychedelic Furs, 9:30 tonight on the Generac Power Stage, and I'm going to try and make myself at both the Psychedelic Furs and also Devo headlining tonight at 9:30 on the free Uline stage. And I am inspired by Devo. And I think Devo should be the song you need to hear tonight. Sponsored by Flanders Home Entertainment. Visit them at flanders.com. Sound advice at the best price. Just press play. Get ready to get your Spudman on next on What's on Tap.
How can you free your team from time-consuming office tasks? Amazon Business. Smart business buying tools enable buyers to find and purchase items fast so they can focus on strategy and growth. Free up your teams and focus on your future. Learn more at amazonbusiness.com.
Get one free set of Brake Best brake pads when you buy 2 brake rotors. Visit O'Reilly Auto Parts. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Find what you love and love what you find at Total Wine and More. There's so much waiting for you.
With the lowest prices for over 30 years, find what you love only at Total Wine and More. Drink responsibly, B21.
Check engine or ABS light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Hey, WTMJ's John Mercure here. Summer savings don't get any better than Colder's 4th of July weekend sale. From June 20th to July 7th, shop Colder's. Unbeatable deals store-wide and save thousands on your next home upgrade. At Colder's, they guarantee that you're getting the best deal in town, but during their 4th of July weekend sale, you can stack your discounts for even more savings. Save 60% on furniture and mattresses. Take an additional 10% off. Wow, that's a great deal. I've just shopped at Colder's. Great service, great showrooms. You're going to love it. Plus, you can save on appliances, too. Take an additional 5% off on top appliance deals you won't find anywhere else. Colder's has a huge selection of kitchen and laundry appliances from all your favorite brands, and you're guaranteed to get the best price only at Colder's. There are 4 Colder's locations: West Dallas, Oak Creek, Delafield, and Grafton. Hurry on in or shop online at Colders.com. Don't miss out on their 4th of July weekend sale going on from June 20th to July 7th.
Get more for your money, Colders.
Here's to experiencing it all this summer in Wisconsin. Every deliciously cheesy, rockin', magical, fireworks-filled, festival-loving moment. There's Cheese Curd Fest in Ellsworth, Strawberry Fest in Cedarburg, Festival of the Arts in Stevens Point, and the Renaissance Fair in Bristol, Honor the Earth Powwow in Hayward, Mile of Music in Appleton, Venetian Fest, Bratfest, Summerfest. So many fests for your whole crew. Find them all at TravelWisconsin.com.
There's nothing out there close to this.
If you missed this,
Can you talk about how often officers are ending up at schools and how difficult those situations are?
3,100 calls a school year. It was about 17 calls a day.
or this,
Handpicking the press pool. What are your thoughts on that?
I have many, as you might imagine. I've been in the press pool covering the White House, the greatest privilege of my reportorial life.
Catch up on the Wisconsin's Afternoon News podcast at WTMJ.com, presented by Dave Drakamp Heating.
you're listening to What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx on WTMJ. And now, feast your ears. This is the song you need to hear.
Most blokes are going to be playing at 10. These go to 11.
The song you need to hear is going to give me and a lot of people great joy because it's one of the bands headlining Summerfest tonight. Devo, 9:30 on the free Uline Warehouse stage. The song you need to hear is sponsored by Flanners Home Entertainment. Visit them at flanners.com. Sound advice at the best price. Just press play. And yes, a lot of people know Devo from a song called Whip It. I'm going to play you a song from the album Oh No, It's Devo. That's good. It's the song you need to hear on What's on Tap. That is Devo. It's the song you need to hear on What's on Tap. And I have two Devo fans with me here. And if you go to the video live stream, I had to bring them in because they have the energy domes. What's your name?
Bob.
Bob and?
And I'm Bill.
Do the two of you know each other?
We're brothers.
There we go. Devo bringing people together and the brothers. And how close will you be for Devo at the Uline Warehouse stage tonight?
We're going to get as close as we possibly can because we really enjoy Devo.
As do I. What's the song you hope to hear tonight?
Jocko Homo.
How about you?
Yeah, I want to do the super thing.
Bill, Bob, I love that you're brothers and you're enjoying Summerfest together. I'm Sandy with WTMJ. Have a great, great Summerfest. I'll see you over there.
I got to tell you, Sandy, years ago, we used to listen to WTMJ every day.
Hold on. Bill, I got to...
Gordy Hinckley.
You used to listen to Gordon Hinckley. Longtime fans of WTMJ. Thanks so much. Thanks for hanging out, Bill and Bob. We'll see you there. And thank you for listening and watching to WTMJ. We have another hour. We will bring you woodworking artist Ike Winter and also from music success, Patrick Nettesheim, talking about how music is healing. I'm Sandy Maxx. Stay with us here on What's on Tap.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station.
Does music matter to you?
Flanders Home Entertainment wants to help you have the best music experience at home. They've got high-quality products, the best prices, and high-fidelity expertise for the best sound in and outside your home. Now is a great time to shop Flanders with their Music Matters sale event. All speakers, all amplifiers, receivers, turntables, CD players, music streamers, and accessories are on sale. Visit Flanders Home Entertainment today in West Allis, Grafton, or at Flanders.com. Sound advice at the best price. Flanders.
Just press play.
For those with a warm weather fashion passion, try St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores because that's where you'll find a vast array of men's, women's, girls, and boys' warm weather apparel at the friendliest prices. So many choices and at such a value. You can fill the closet without draining your wallet. Shop warm weather fashions at St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores on Highway 100 in Layton and Greenfield, 23rd in Lincoln, and 76th and Bradley Road in Milwaukee.
You're gonna love it, St. Vincent de Paul.
A cancer diagnosis shouldn't mean we can't make plans. It shouldn't mean living without joy or optimism. Cancer shouldn't be calling the shots. At the Fredert and the Medical College of Wisconsin Cancer Network, we're pushing to put cancer in its place by pulling together teams of leading specialists and researchers who work tirelessly for breakthroughs, who are developing innovative ways to treat every cancer, to treat your cancer. And by providing the largest cancer clinical trials treatment program in Wisconsin. So there are more treatment options and more reasons to be hopeful. So let's keep innovating. Let's keep discovering. Let's push to make every cancer diagnosis a story of survivorship and bring back the lightness of life that cancer takes away. To learn more about breakthrough cancer care, visit fredert.com/cancer.
For over a century, local broadcasting has evolved with the needs of the community. We move past the stigmas of opinion journalism and bring the most relevant news online, on air, and on the go. You have trusted us with your news, sports, weather, and entertainment. Trust us to keep moving with you. Text radio to 52886 and tell Congress local broadcasting is here to stay.
Get started with your no-hassle refi checkup by clicking on the blue button at Accunet.com.
Your trusted and relevant source for news, sports, traffic, and weather. We are Wisconsin's radio station. News Radio 620, WTMJ, Milwaukee.
At 7 o'clock, it's 66 degrees in Milwaukee. Tonight, scattered showers and storms are expected with a low of 69 degrees. Friday, slight chance for morning showers and then afternoon sunshine is expected with a high of 80 degrees. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, I'm Sean Brenda. A man is in custody after trying to break into the home of Milwaukee Police Chief Jeffrey Norman. Police say a 67-year-old man tried to enter the chief's home around 7:15 p.m. Wednesday. 2 firearms were recovered nearby. Sources say Norman was not home at the time. And Iran is opening up about the U.S. airstrikes that damaged that country's nuclear facilities and to finally say the work will go on. CBS's Imtiaz Taib is in Tehran with an update.
The official line from the leadership is that Iran's nuclear program is far from obliterated, as President Trump has insisted.
These facilities have been seriously damaged. Any further reports should come from technical experts in the field.
So there is a possibility that these sites have been completely destroyed.
I want to stress that these facilities have been seriously damaged.
And Milwaukee gun violence is on the rise this year as many officials are worried people are becoming desensitized. Milwaukee County Judge David Borowski tells Wisconsin's Afternoon News that more needs to be done to combat the rise in the shootings.
I don't think there's a clear pattern other than it goes on way, way too often. And the lack of reporting and the lack of outrage sort of feeds into the lack of attention from elected officials. From my standpoint, I'm not the mayor, but if I was the mayor, there's a lot more that should be going on.
Judge Borowski says he wants the City Common Council to really address this issue more than rather cover a flag advisory panel or trampoline safety policy. And the Wisconsin Supreme Court is refusing to hear challenges seeking to throw out the state's current congressional district boundaries before the 2026 midterms. Democrats had asked the court to redraw the maps, putting 2 of the state's 6 congressional seats currently held by Republicans into play. The court also ruled that Governor Tony Evers improperly used his partial veto on a bill that detailed the plan for spending on new literacy programs for K-12 students. And a popular downtown burger restaurant sets a closing date.
AJ Bombers in downtown Milwaukee has decided not to renew their lease. They first opened in 2009 and received national recognition on the Food Network show Food Wars in 2010, earning the honor of Best Burger. All current employees will have the opportunity to transfer to other Benson's Restaurant Group restaurants upon closing. Elizabeth Lintonen, WTMJ News.
And the run ends at 1 for a man from Mequon competing on the popular TV game show Jeopardy!
Micah Fritz entered the final Jeopardy! Round Wednesday with a slight lead over his competition. The final clue asked contestants to identify an early chatbot named for a language-learning musical character. The answer? Eliza Doolittle.
Micah Fritz in the lead with 15,800. Did he know it was Eliza? He doesn't have it. He risked 5,000, knocking him down to 10,800. Good for second place.
Fritz finishes his quick run with over $14,000 in winnings. Adam Roberts, WTMJ News.
Sports, traffic, weather, and next Outdoor Living Unlimited. WTMJ News time is 7:04.
I guess one of the biggest sacrifices that I think we made starting Penny Mustard was personal time.
Ben and Arvid Huth, brothers and owners of Penny Mustard Furnishings.
Yeah, we just lived, ate, and breathed work all the time for years. Yep. And moving from a town where I knew a lot of people, I was going to school in Eau Claire and kind of living the college life, to moving to Milwaukee and work all the time where I knew nobody. We didn't know anybody down here. Yep. And it took us a long time before we knew a lot of people down here. Well, we were working so much. And we were working a lot. Yeah. And that's hard, especially when you're in your younger 20s. Yeah. That's when you're supposed to be partying. I do remember, I think I was 31 before I actually stayed out till midnight on New Year's Eve. Holy cow. Because New Year's Day is a big day, and you were on the sales floor, and you can't stay out till midnight and do what you got to do the next day. That was like a milestone in my life where I actually stayed out till midnight because I didn't have to be at a store the next day. I was 31 years old already. That's impressive. And embarrassing. Well, probably.
See more at pennymustard.com.
An unsuspecting driver at a gas station in Wisconsin.
Welcome, Pump 15. How you doing?
Great.
Were you wearing your seatbelt today?
I never wear my seatbelt.
We're going to get him. We're going to get him real good.
Oh, my goodness.
Hello, sir. How you doing? Donald Driver. It takes 1 second to strap a seatbelt on. Well, let's do this. Let's do it together. Now, don't that feel better?
Donald Driver can't always be there to remind you.
Click it or ticket.
And let's reduce fatalities on Wisconsin roadways.
And I should have recognized your voice when you're harassing.
I'm watching you.
Sponsored by Wisconsin DOT.
Hi, I'm Eric Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, reminding you to double-check your home. Siding Unlimited is the proven exteriors professionals for 31 years. Family-owned and locally operated right here in Wisconsin. Call Siding Unlimited and visit sidingunlimited.com.
With Amazon Business, smart business buying tools enable buyers to find and purchase items fast. Free up your teams and focus on your future. Learn more at amazonbusiness.com.
Time for a WTMJ sports update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call, That's All Sports Desk. The Brewers begin the day just 2.5 games back of the Cubs for first place in the NL Central after taking 2 of the 3 games against the Pirates. Rookie Jacob Mizorowski has as many wins as hits allowed in his first 3 starts.
The league will continue to adjust, and he's going to have to make adjustments along with that. You know, it is cat and mouse every day with all of these guys in each matchup. Every individual pitch is because they will make adjustments against him at some point.
That's Brewers general manager Matt Arnold. The Brewers welcome in the Colorado Rockies for a 3-game weekend series beginning Friday night. And the NBA draft resumes tonight with round 2. The Bucks own the 47th overall selection in the 2-round event. 2 players with Wisconsin connections could hear their names called tonight. Marquette guard Cam Jones and Wisconsin guard John Tonje. Taking a look at your roads with your WTMJ Time Saver traffic. We have no major incidents out on the roads at this time, so it should be a smooth drive for southeast Wisconsin tonight. All right, time for your WTMJ 5-day forecast tonight. Scattered thunderstorms are expected, especially early this evening with a low of 65 degrees. Friday, straight morning showers are possible, but it'll be mostly partly cloudy and breezy throughout the rest of the day with a high of 80 degrees. Saturday is going to be mostly sunny with a high of 80 degrees near the lake and 85 degrees inland. Sunday is going to be partly cloudy, hot and humid with a chance of thunderstorms late in the day with a high of 91 degrees. And Monday is going to be partly cloudy with a high of 82 degrees. Right now in Madison, it is currently 79 degrees. In Green Bay, it's currently 65 degrees. In Waukesha, it's currently 73 degrees. And right here in Milwaukee, it's currently 66 degrees. I'm Sean Brinda, Outdoor Living Unlimited. WTMJ News Time is 7:08.
Your need-to-know cultural snapshot of Wisconsin and beyond. This is What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx, sponsored by Visit Milwaukee, a deep dive into all things intriguing, riveting, and entertaining. Now, here's your host, Sandy Maxx.
Thank you so much for joining me. I am completely in my happy place. I started to say my happy house. Here in the Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin mobile studio, live at Summerfest. We're on the lakefront path right behind the Gruber Law Office's sports zone. Easy to find. Nice breeze to catch as we look out on the lagoon. And I am very excited for this second hour of What's on Tap because I have some very special guests. Joining me in half an hour from the from the organization. It's called Music 6S. So it sounds like music success. It's an organization that is devoted to giving instruments to first responders and people for healing, for therapy. So Patrick Nettesheim is going to share more details on the mission of Music Success and how music has those healing powers. That's at 7:35. More band suggestions for you tonight and for the rest of the big gig. And about 7:45, you will have a chance to call in and win free tickets to come hang out at Summerfest and stretch your entertainment dollar. But now I am absolutely over the moon to welcome back to What's on Tap. I say welcome back because you've been a guest before.
Yeah, one time at least, yeah.
Woodworking artist Ike Winter. Ike, how are you?
I'm at Summerfest, and I'm a Milwaukee native, so I'm living the best life right now, yeah.
I would say, is this your happy place too, one of them?
These 9 days are like the 9 days I don't really care about work or how much I get done. It's about enjoying Milwaukee and enjoying the people here. Like, this is the 9 days of the year I take off. I still work, but like, I allow myself to do whatever feels right and enjoy life, yeah.
I would say embrace it. Now, Ike Winter, if you are going, wait, how do I know that name? NFL Draft. You are the person who the NFL handpicked and said, we love what you do. We have this community and nature theme. Would you create 32 NFL logos in your woodworking style?
Yeah.
And you said, sure.
And I said, I'll figure it out. Yeah. They hit me up, and obviously the draft being in Wisconsin was just a cool opportunity for everyone here to embrace that aspect of community. And then, yes, being on hand-picked artists on top of that to create all the logos was, it
was a ritual. Every single person.
It's still a fever dream. Yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Because every single athlete who got named.
Yeah.
Was it? I don't remember who the first one was. Tapped
so
one of the logos.
Travis Hunter was the second overall pick, and he was the one who started the slapping of the logos. And there was everything was a fever dream. People are like, "Oh, you're the guy that did the draft." I'm like, "Yeah, I think I did that a few months ago." Like, it doesn't seem real yet sometimes. So it's a trip, and now we're on to some cool stuff here at Summerfest, and just, I don't know. Yeah, the draft was an insane experience for so many different reasons.
I'm so glad. So in addition to seeing every draftee, touch the logo and see that and know that thousands of people are seeing it, not just here, not just in Green Bay, not just in our country, but around the world.
Yeah,
that's fascinating.
It was a trip.
What's an over-the-top moment that you experienced at the NFL draft?
Ooh,
that still stays with you? I'm sure there were several.
I haven't really told this story yet, but when Travis Hunter and those people were slapping the artwork, the CMO of the NFL was standing next to me. I just met him 2 minutes prior. I think his name is Bobby or something. He's in his 60s, and he said, "Hey, love what you did for us. Haven't been able to meet you yet, but this is cool." And then the players started slapping it, and he leaned over to me. And he's just like, "You realize you just changed the NFL draft forever, like the cadence of it." He's like, "We have to do 3D artwork forever now." And I'm like, you just kind of lean back, and you just can't take in that moment enough,
That's incredible.
And to have the CMO of the NFL say that to you, and that you just changed the course of something like that is...
Recognize that moment.
Yeah. So
wow.
It's a trip.
You're creating magic. That's incredible.
Yeah, I haven't really told that yet to anywhere, but I don't think that's really sunk in yet,
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what they do next year in Pittsburgh, to see how that statement reflects it. I think I know what they're going to do, but... yeah, I don't know. You can't replicate a moment like that in life. Like,
no.
One moment you're just building art and hoping that somebody calls you and commissions you one time, and then a few years later it feels like you turn around and the NFL's hiring you, and they're like, I don't really know where the past 5 years has gone. I don't know how I got here. I'm just grateful for it every day, and I'll continue to cut wood every day.
Well, I would say you're being authentic, and you're doing what you do and what you are called to do, and I love that. Following your creative
Exactly.
juice.
And nothing has ever changed. I sit in a studio and listen to loud music and cut wood. It's just a lot easier to get gigs these days than not. So, I mean, consistency goes a long way, and I think over everything I've been consistent,
And I think anyone who's listening right now to our conversation, Ike Winter, hears that you are a genuine person and that you're easy to talk to. As we've been standing here in the Pella windows and doors of Wisconsin Mobile Studio, at least 2 people have fist bumped you. You've been shaking hands and smiling. Like,
we're all Wisconsinites. We're all Milwaukee people.
But it's nice
I love community,
People recognize you. This is a good thing. So we've been talking about the NFL draft art, and you've been talking about Summerfest is just a place to kind of kick back and not work and not create, just kind of really be present and enjoy the people and enjoy the good vibes and the good music. But you do have one mission for Summerfest. This is how you describe it on Instagram, Ike. You've created a cool video that you have a band in mind that you would like to give artwork to.
Yes.
Who is that band?
The Killers, who are playing tomorrow night in the amphitheater.
So you made this great Instagram video that describes the level of love and work that you have put into it. This is that Instagram video.
My name is Ike, and I took 5 drawers from the side of the road and cut it into 649 individual pieces of wood to make this one-of-one piece of art that I'm hoping to gift to the Killers this week. So I need your help to get their attention. This project was inspired by this giant lit up K that they have on stage every time they perform. And when I saw about a month ago that they were coming to play here in Milwaukee, I wondered if I could recreate that out of wood without using any stain or paint. Because what cooler way to celebrate playing in a city than to receive a piece of art literally made from stuff found on the streets of that city. All in all, it was over 140 hours to hand cut each of the 649 pieces, and I didn't stain or paint any of the wood. So it's literally just the 5 drawers that I found, a sheet of plywood for the backing, and a whole lot of cutting. It would mean the absolute world if you could please tag the Killers below. And if anyone happens to have any connections to get this to them, I would really appreciate that. And follow along to see if we can actually pull this off. Okay, that's all I got. Love you. Bye.
Ike Winter is my guest, the woodworking artist here on What's on Tap on WTMJ. So this is your latest progress. What is the status update?
The piece is done. It's glued together. I was walking around Summerfest grounds here a little bit, which it was cool to release a video and then walking around the grounds and people were recognizing it. No official word yet from the band. I don't really speak about things until they're more finalized.
Sure. Yeah. It can be a precarious
Somebody
situation.
from the band did message me and said, "This is really cool. Has anyone reached out yet?" And then I replied back, and I was like, "Hey, I just want to hand deliver this to you guys. No one has, gotten back to me yet." So that's the status of it right now. We have 24 hours.
I know. I'm very excited. And I feel like we've just put this out on WTMJ. We could So follow Ike Winter, and it's spelled Wynter. Ike Winter on Instagram. See what you can do. If you know the Killers, or if you're going to be going to the Killers show tomorrow night, you might actually wind up seeing his artwork on stage. So we'll follow along for that update. But you've had success kind of showing your adoration to bands in this way before.
Yeah. I mean, I was a musician for 9 years. So
What did you play?
I played bass guitar in a hardcore band. I toured the country and everything, yeah. So I was a musician for a long time, got to play thousands of shows in like 40 states. So music is very near and dear to my heart. So now that I, have had some success in the art world, and especially the sports world of art, like the Brewers and Bucks and now the NFL, I really wanted to the sports part is kind of good and taken care of, and I have a cool footprint there, but I really want to do stuff in the music world, because I have some bands that I really want to build art for. Like, one of the biggest goals of my life is to build a piece of art for Green Day. That's one of my top 5 goals. So with that, I was just like, let's just start building bands and creating campaigns to try to get this artwork to bands. So when I saw the Killers were coming to town, they are a childhood favorite band of mine. They were a big reason why I got into music the way I did. And they don't come here too often, so I was like, I got to build them a piece of art. And it took 140 hours to build this piece of art. It's the most pieces I've ever done within a piece of art. It was 649 little intricate cuts.
And then I have one question, then we'll take a very short break, and then I have other questions about other projects that you have. But when you're dealing with not staining and not painting, you're literally going with the color of the wood that you have reclaimed and gotten off the street and out of the dumpsters. Do you just have an eye for this color? How do you categorize it? Like kind of brown, sort of brown, light brown, dark brown?
Especially with a project like this one, it's like taking 5 things and seeing if they incrementally go from dark brown to light brown or white. And if you need 6 shades within a piece, are they incrementally, or are these too close together? But the beauty of it is the furniture gets thrown out all day, every day. So if I need a new color, I just
drive down somebody's alley.
It's I treat it like super fun, So it's a part of my process. It's finding the wood and being inspired by the wood is literally the stronghold and the foundation to what I do. So, I don't know. It's a fun challenge for me. Probably people would find it nerve-wracking, but
but this is your gift. This is your talent. This is your skill. It's exciting.
Love it. Yeah.
Woodworking artist Ike Winter with me live at Summerfest. We're going to ask him about Top Chef and the Tosa Troll next on What's on Tap.
You'll find that the licensed and certified electricians from Quality are top-notch. We've been around for over 60 years, so expect nothing but the best. And here's the kicker. With over 60 vehicles out there on the roads, you're not going to have to wait very long at all for the electrical service you need now. This is Anthony Zanevsky. For all your residential electrical needs, call Quality.
Call Quality for the signature service you deserve.
Call Quality. Heating, cooling, plumbing, and electric. Over 60 years in business, with over 60 vehicles out in the field so we can respond ultra quickly to your emergency AC needs. When you call Quality for emergency AC service, you can count on a swift response to get the job done right away. So if the heat's got you to the point where it's just too hot to handle, call Quality and we'll get you the signature service you deserve.
Call Quality for the signature service you deserve.
Call Quality. Heating, cooling, plumbing, and electric.
EAA AirVenture Oshkosh is excited to announce that our early bird discount has been extended until June 30th. Get your tickets at eaa.org/tickets today and get ready for an unforgettable week, July 21st through the 27th. Experience the only in Oshkosh moments with a full week of air shows, world-class performers, aircraft displays, and a variety of hands-on activities for all ages. Youth 18 and under get in free thanks to the Boeing Company. Don't wait. Lock in today with early bird discount pricing at eaa.org/tickets.
I'm Libby Collins. This week we talk with Gina Romano Della, the host of WTMJ's What's the Difference? She opens the window behind being a woman in a man's business.
I I went to Pella, Iowa, and I remember walking in, and it's 2 stories open, and a gentleman on the top said, Gina Della from Pella. He said, this is genius. You got to do it.
WTMJ Conversations, Sunday mornings at 11 on WTMJ. This is What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx.
Ooh, good song choice.
What song is this?
Killers.
There you go. We're playing the Killers live here at Summerfest with my guest, woodworking artist Ike Winter. Ike, you might remember from all the hoopla that during the NFL draft, Ike created those wooden logos of each of the teams. That's 32. How long was that process? Remind everyone.
First of all, I love that you call it hoopla because I would describe it like that. Like I don't even know what I get to do every day. I just sit and cut wood, and I would for sure call it hoopla. That was 700 hours.
Wow.
Over I only had 8 weeks to do it, so it was a crunch. Yeah.
Well, and it's not abstract. You're replicating logos. They have to be right.
The only thing I had creative vision and control with was the colors and the tones.
Yeah.
And the NFL kind of gave me a good insight into how they wanted it to look, and I was able to creatively collaborate with them, and it was the coolest. They loved it. I loved it. The creative process of the NFL project was so cool. There was zero confrontation ever.
I'm so glad that it worked out that easily and that well, that it was a collaboration instead of we're hiring you, get it done, and take the heat and that sort of thing.
And I called him 2 days ago, my contact at the NFL, and I could kind of tell in the tone of his voice, I think we missed that project. We miss working together every day.
That's high praise.
I was texting him every day at 5 a.m. I'm like, hey, this is what I did last night. What do you think?
The status update.
He would text me back, and we would talk every day, and it was great. So, yeah.
But you've made that relationship, and he knows what you're capable of, and those are the lily pads that lead to the other fulfilling creative projects.
And their vision got to come to life, which I'm sure was so fulfilling for them.
Yeah.
It was cool to work with a creative team as big as the NFL, and then they're the first time they get to see me bring the artwork to the draft, and 7 team members are all googly-eyed over it because we all brought it together to life together. So
you impressed the corporate world, where
which is
there's a
insane
lot of arms folded
for someone who does hoopla all day.
So from the NFL draft, you've now created a handcrafted mosaic of the signature K that the Killers band has on stage for their concert performances, and they just did the sold-out residency in Las Vegas, celebrating.
I think they're
their
a way
Hot
bigger
Fuss
band
album.
than we give credit for. They're the biggest band of our generation.
They're here tomorrow night, headlining at Summerfest. The Killers with Cold War Kids opening, and Ike Winter, your art may get to them. That's your mission. So go to Ike's Instagram to follow along, Ike, W-Y-N-T-E-R. But I want to ask you, before I send you on your way, because you're circulating with the Maine, you're hanging out with other band members. So the Maine is on stage tonight at 8:30.
Yep. Coming from the world of music, I'm grateful that whenever bands visit, I get to hang out with friends and band members and kick it with them. But
so before I send you back with Kennedy of the Maine and to stroll and fully enjoy Summerfest, tell me about Top Chef and what you've done with that art. How you've created art out of the Top Chef remains.
Yeah, Visit Milwaukee actually contacted me because they had all the Top Chef stage sitting there in their warehouse. So they said, can you do something with this? And I was like, yeah, let's build a piece of art out of it. So I got to take a look at the pieces. We kind of came up with a concept, and I said, is there a chance we could get this at the public market? So they scheduled a meeting. I love that they let me choose the spot. I wanted that spot. It's on the stairwell there.
Yeah.
And I wanted that spot more than anything. And he said, we'll look into it. And I was just really hoping. And they locked it in for me. So we chose a cool spot. I cut the piece to physically fit the spot. So it's cut at the same. Yeah, it's cut at the angle of the handrail. It's right on the staircase there at the public market.
And it's that Visit Milwaukee logo that looks like hearts and waves.
And it's everything. I think everyone has a different takeaway from the Visit Milwaukee logo, which is cool. So,
And then from the Visit Milwaukee logo, you went to Tosa. And everybody's talking about the Tosa troll, Mama Rosa.
Yeah.
But this famous artist,
Thomas Danbo.
Where is he from?
Denmark.
That's what I said, Denmark.
Yeah.
And but that was a big deal for Wauwatosa to bring Thomas Dambo.
Fully.
To bring one of his signature trolls. It's the first one in Wisconsin.
He's the biggest wood artist in the world. So
So biggest wood artist who gets to meet you. How did you meet, and what was the result of that? Because I saw another cool post on Instagram of the two of you.
Yeah. So he actually hit me up when him and his team were in town here. They kept hearing, they would say, "Oh, we're a wood artist building something," and people were like, "Oh, are you the guy that did the NFL draft?" And he was like, "What?" And so his Uber driver, I think did he do an interview with you?
Not yet, no.
Okay.
Earlier, I think he did it with a different member of our WTMJ team. So yeah,
he was on his way down there, and his Uber driver mentioned my name.
Yeah.
And then his other team members were at a thrift shop on the east side at Say Word, and they said, "Hey, we're in town to build this giant wood sculpture." And there's like, "Oh, have you hit up Ike yet?" There's like, "Who's Ike?" So then they kept hearing my name. So finally he DMs me. He's like, "Hey, I heard you're a wood artist in town. Can I come see your studio?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure." So I went to his artist talk, got to see the troll. And then him and his team came to my studio.
That's
and
high praise, Ike. That's cool.
It's insane, yeah. And I've been following his work for years, probably 4 or 5 years now. He does mass sculptures.
You're different, yeah. So you do different.
He has a huge team, but it was so cool to see to dive into each other's worlds for sure.
I'm so glad. So honestly, go to Ike Winter's Instagram, and you will get caught up on so many of his creative projects and. Also, a glimpse into your personal life every now and then.
Every now and then, yeah.
Ike Winter, Winter. Thank you so very much. Keep up all the great creativity, and thank you for spending time with me at Summerfest.
Of course, I appreciate you. Thank
you. Have a great Summerfest.
Yeah, you as well.
And next, we will follow up with WTMJ News and a visit with Music Successes, Patrick Nettesheim. Stay with us.
Save big on your next project right now at Menards. Transform the look of your home with a new Ideal garage door. Choose from our large in-stock selection or design your own using our free Garage Door Designer. From traditional to modern, Menards has a garage door to enhance your home's appearance. Save big on Ideal garage doors. And don't forget to check out our weekly flyer on Menards.com for all the great deals happening now.
Save big money at Menards.
Looking ahead to life's next adventure? Hi, I'm Mike Yancey from Yancey & Associates. Whether you're buying a home or launching your dream business, we know there's a lot on your plate. But here's the thing, you don't have to go it alone. Since 1946, we've helped Wisconsinites like you secure, protect, and grow their version of the American dream. Our team is ready to tailor the perfect plan for you. Learn more at ANSAY.com. That's ANSAY.com.
Hey, boaters!
Some call them oddball parts, but we call them a huge part of our inventory. Dave Doro here from Kendor Marine. With thousands of boat parts and supplies stacked right here in our store, you won't have to look elsewhere. If you need it, chances are we got it, along with expert advice to get your job done right. Hey, boaters in the know exactly where to go. Kendor Marine, 57th and Ryan Road in Franklin.
Hey, boaters! Cruise to Kendor Marine. We got everything you need but the water.
KendorMarine.com.
Hey, boaters!
It's a boater's do-it-yourselfer's dream store. Kendor Marine stocks thousands of boat parts and supplies. Just about everything you'd ever need to keep your boat up and running. Whether it's common or something you think might be discontinued, you can bet on us having it. So don't be surprised when we have just what you need. I'm Dave Doro, and boaters in the know exactly where to go. Kendor Marine, 57th and Ryan Road in Franklin.
Hey, boaters! Cruise to Kendor Marine. We got everything you need but the water.
KendorMarine.com.
Want to stay up to date with the crew?
Mizorowski is the all-time leader for the Brewers for consecutive no-hit innings to begin a career.
Tune in to Brewers Extra Innings with Dominic Cotroneo after every game.
He used his other tools, the curve and the slider in particular. He was a pitcher tonight. He wasn't just a thrower, which is why everyone's excited about this kid.
Or listen anytime on the Brewers All Access podcast feed. We are your home of the Brewers, WTMJ. What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx is back on WTMJ.
The sounds of a band called The Maine. They spell it like the stage. Into your arms, you can see The Maine on the Miller Lite Oasis stage tonight. You still have time to get down here, and The Maine, Kennedy. guitarist from the Maine is who's hanging out with woodworking artist Ike Winter, like a 1 degree away from the Maine. But such a wide variety of so many bands. Summerfest.com, or check out the Summerfest app, or you can go to WTMJ.com. You can see my band suggestions as well if you're trying to figure out and narrow down who you want to see and when you want to see them. Patrick Nettesheim of a wonderful local organization called Music Success that helps music and first responders, connects them together. We'll find out more, but first we go to the WTMJ Breaking News Center. Here's Sean Brenda.
Thanks, Sandy. We Energies is extending the life of a coal power plant set for retirement. The 2 units in Oak Creek, scheduled to retire at the end of this year, will now continue operating through the end of 2026. We Energies says the new timeline will help meet high energy demand and maintain reliability. Critics like Clean Wisconsin are calling the decision short-sighted and profit-driven. We Energy says this will not delay other projects to add natural gas, wind, solar, and battery storage. Wisconsin Attorney General Josh Kaul has joined another multi-state lawsuit challenging actions of the Trump administration. The lawsuit claims the administration illegally canceled billions of dollars in federal funding that had previously been approved for states. Kaul is among 21 Democratic states' attorneys general joining the suit. The lawsuit is now pending in a Massachusetts federal court. And a downtown Milwaukee restaurant famous for their specialty burgers plans to close by the end of this year. AJ Bomber's ownership decided not to renew the restaurant's lease, which runs through 2025. AJ Bombers first opened in 2009 and received national recognition on the Food Network show Food Wars in 2010. Earning the honor of Best Burger. All current employees will have the opportunity to transfer to other Benson's Restaurant Group's restaurants upon the closing. Taking a look at your roads with your WTMJ time saver traffic, we have no major incidents out on the roads at this time, so it should be a smooth drive for southeast Wisconsin tonight. All right, time for your WTMJ 5-day forecast. Tonight, scattered thunderstorms, especially early, are expected with a low of 65 degrees. Friday, stray morning showers are possible, mostly to partly cloudy skies, and a nice breeze will come in later in the day with a high of 80 degrees. Saturday is going to be mostly sunny with a high of 80 degrees near the lake and 85 degrees inland. Sunday, partly cloudy, hot and humid with a chance of thunderstorms late in the day with a high of 91 degrees. And Monday's going to be partly cloudy with a high of 82 degrees. Right now in Green Bay, it is currently 65 degrees. In Waukesha, it is currently 69 degrees. Right here in Milwaukee, it's currently 66 degrees. I'm Sean Brenda, Outdoor Living Unlimited. WTMJ News Time is 7:33.
Amish outdoor furniture with poly and wood available. And that poly is the richest of outdoor furniture. It's just about indestructible and will virtually last forever. At Erickson's, we have poly furniture in abundance, so you're guaranteed to see a great selection. The beauty of it is you can put it outside all year round and not worry about it, because the color runs all the way through, so it doesn't fade, and minor nicks and scratches won't hurt the look. Erickson's Landscape Supply. For an abundant selection of poly and wood Amish outdoor furniture, visit ericksonslandscapesupply.com to see our entire selection. You'll be hard-pressed to find a better selection of metal yard art than we have here at Erickson's. Anything from natural and painted metal signs to painted roosters from 1 to 6 feet tall. Natural steel flying ducks and cattails. Cute little frogs, geckos, pigs, flamingos, and goats. And palm trees. The list is endless. And that's why you come here. Erickson's Landscape Supply, right on Spring Street in Union Grove, where you'll find a fantastic array of artisanal metal yard art. Visit ericksonslandscapesupply.com to see our entire selection. Or better yet, drive on over and take a gander at the goods.
Networks, streaming services, retail chains, and tech giants are all adding plus to their names. But where did the concept originate? We may be biased, but we think these big wigs found their inspiration for plus at Hasseless Mattress. Hasseless showrooms are employee-free. Give your mattress a try with no pushy sales guy. Plus, our 35 beds from the top 5 brands start at $393. Plus, unbeatable prices on Tempur-Pedic. Plus, free next-day delivery and setup. Plus, free haul away and disposal of your old mattress. Plus, 60-month interest-free financing on select Tempur-Pedic with approved credit. Plus, a $300 MasterCard gift card with your Tempur-Pedic mattress. Plus, a ruggedly handsome spokesman with a smooth radio voice. Get all this, plus a whole lot more when you shop at Hasseless Mattress. Or maybe we should change our name to Hasseless Plus. Nah. Open 9 to 9. Find an employee-free showroom near you or shop online at Hasselist.com.
I'm Jim Token, president of the Automobile Dealers Association of Metro Milwaukee. When it comes to service, if you're not coming to an Adam New Car dealer, you could be getting inferior service and paying too much. Adam service technicians are factory trained and must pass strict testing before ever working on your car. Replacement parts are factory manufactured and backed by a warranty. Best of all, superior service and peace of mind doesn't cost more at an Adam dealer. You'll find competitive pricing equal to or even lower than prices at independent shops. A well-maintained car delivers maximum gas mileage and saves you money. And nobody can keep your car running smoothly like an Adam New Car dealer. Need service? Your first choice and best choice is an Adam New Car dealer. Call one today or visit adamm.com to find out why you're always better off at an Adam New Car dealer.
Get an oil change and safety inspection for trouble-free summer driving.
Welcome back to What's on Tap on WTMJ.
That is May Day Parade. Your headliners tonight at 10:15 on the Miller Lite Oasis stage. Lots of friends in my circle have fond memories of May Day Parade. You can see them on one of the free stages tonight. I am Sandy Maxx. This is What's on Tap, broadcasting live from the Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin mobile studio. Here at Summerfest, it is a beautiful night. Maybe bring a jacket. We got lively people applauding. There is so much music to enjoy and so many flavors to enjoy as well. Music brings people together, and it has been so fun to see old friends, family members together. You can see people reuniting. It warms my heart, and that is some of the magic here at Summerfest. Is not only will you be surprised by some of the sounds that you hear, but also by some of the people that you see, and maybe even some of the people that you meet. And someone who knows the power of music to bring people together and even do more is my next guest. Hello, Patrick Nettesheim.
Who's your next guest? That
you
sounds
are.
Awesome.
How are you?
Sandy, I'm doing great. Thank you for having me on your show.
Absolutely my pleasure. Now, you're with an organization called Music 6, the number 6, and the letter S. Music 6S.
Correct. And 6S as in success. And what I always say is this is how we fit it on a license plate. Music 6S.
And it looks good. Yeah. It's
cool.
catchy.
Yeah, and we have 6 S's. And success, solution, support, spirit, self-confidence, and of course, serenity. But it stands for 6-shooter, 6-string, and I got your 6. So lots to go under that.
That's a very thoughtful name and a very thoughtful mission. What is the music? What is the mission of Music 6S?
Well, it's basically about building music-inspired communities, and one could rightfully argue that's what Summerfest does here. I mean, for the most part, everybody's got a smile on their face and having a great time, and that's what we try to do. It's that simple. Sandy, if we can cultivate joy with our brothers and sisters that have served in the military and first responders that are struggling with PTSD and other forms of trauma, we have succeeded.
Well, and they have those people that you've just mentioned between military and first responders, those situations that people walk into all the time, and helping people, no matter how wired you are to do that and go, that's just what I do. I run into the danger. I take care of people. That still takes a toll on your mental health, I have to think.
Absolutely, it does, and it doesn't
and
always happen.
How do you rejuvenate
it? Doesn't always happen right away, and there can be a delay period with that, especially with professionals. Imagine a paramedic on the scene of a car accident. That's horrible. I've been on one myself, and I've been in one myself, and those were traumatic enough. But you have to go right back to work, and you may be called to another one, and then another, and then another. And so you compartmentalize this so you can keep doing your job. Eventually, though, that is within you, and it has to be expressed in some way. Hopefully not a pathology, but if it is, music, as I say, connects us to the divine. And that is a pathway to move this grief, but also not only move the grief, but again, I'm going to come back to focus on the joy, so even if you're in a dark place, you're completely capable of feeling good.
That's hopeful. That's wonderful, and I love that serenity is one of the 6 S's. We're going to take a very quick break, But for anybody who's listening goes, that sounds like a wonderful mission. I want to know more. I want to know how I can get friends of mine involved. I want to know how I can get involved. We're going to share that with you with Patrick Nettesheim of Music Success. Next on What's on Tap. Stay with us.
When you need commercial or residential plumbing service, you need it now. Call Quality. We have over a 60-year track record of taking care of people. And with over 60 vehicles ready to respond to your needs, we'll be there in a hurry, so you won't have to worry. This is Anthony Zaneski. For commercial or residential plumbing service, call Quality and get the signature service you deserve.
Call Quality for the signature service you deserve.
Call Quality. Heating, cooling, plumbing, and electric. At Quality, we offer the most respected brand names in heating and air conditioning. Armstrong and Carrier. It doesn't get any better. And our technicians are top-notch. I know, because I handpicked every one of them. They're vetted and thoroughly trained. Hey, they're the cream of the crop. And that's why our quality workmanship guarantee is the strongest in the business.
Call Quality for the signature service you deserve.
Call Quality. Heating, cooling, plumbing, and electric.
We've saved our clients over $19 million in real estate commission. I say this because that's a pretty big number. But at Century 21 Benefit Realty, it's really not about being a top volume agency. Over here, it's more about you. And at 1.9% commission and no more than $19,000 commission, for the listing side of your sale, no matter what size property you're selling, you will save substantially. This is Angela Calais with Century 21 Benefit Realty, benefit-realty.com, where you pay less for full service. Each office is independently owned and operated. First off, our 1.9% commission structure helps get their foot in the door, and that's why agents like working here. But what they really like is having the strongest marketing tools available, with the resources to help them sell homes at the highest prices to satisfy their clients. Century 21 Benefit Realty offers what agents like most, and that's to help them be successful. If you really want to believe in the business model that you're representing, give me a call. I'm Angela Calais with Century 21 Benefit Realty. Call me, and let's talk about your future. Each office is independently owned and operated.
Slide into your neighborhood Century Food Store to score the freshest produce, tastiest treats, and everything in between. Now through Wednesday, save on 5.5 to 8 ounce selected varieties Crystal Farm shredded or chunk cheese, 2 for $5. 9 to 16 ounce selected varieties Old Dutch tortilla or crunch chips or salsa, 2 for $5.50. 10 to 10.8 ounce selected varieties Bird's Eye frozen vegetables, 4 for $5. 18 to 54 count selected varieties Hefty plates or bowls, 2 for $5.
Attention shoppers. Safe. Okay. Ooh. Pineapple fulfills every need. While you're shopping, a drive way back, it's a gunner. There's something goofy going on with the PA. Need a price check and I'll take me out to the ball game. See, what is going on?
You're hearing things. We're at Century Foods, and you can't take your mind off winning that ultimate baseball fan sweepstakes.
I'm hoping to throw out the first pitch at a Milwaukee baseball game.
Or attend batting practice.
Or hold the finish line ribbon for the racing sausages.
You don't say.
The ultimate baseball fan sweepstakes at Century Foods. Enter on Century's Facebook or Instagram by July 30th.
You're listening to What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx on WTMJ.
Don't miss the drama, but gotta miss your laughter.
She is Sophia Kamara. She'll be on the Briggs and Stratton Big Bag Stage at 8:45. What a beautiful voice. You are listening to What's on Tap, sponsored by Visit Milwaukee. Handcrafted, homegrown, world class. Discover more at visitmilwaukee.org. I am Sandy Maxx, broadcasting live from the Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin mobile studio and loving every minute of it. It's been a joy to be amongst other music fans and amongst the smiles. And my guest in the booth with me right now is Patrick Nettesheim from Music Success. And how do you describe Music Success when you're meeting somebody first time and got to give them the elevator speech?
We build music-inspired communities that support humanity.
And who are you specifically helping with instruments and music therapy?
Yes, we are focused on military veterans, active duty, and first responders. Break that down, you have law enforcement, firefighters, and also medical professionals.
Absolutely. I mean, yeah, just think of the daily, and you made a great illustration in our last conversation just a few minutes ago about it's one thing to walk into a traumatic situation or an emergency situation where you're helping someone who's either bleeding or in a bad situation, and then, okay, now I have to go to the next one. And now it's in an 8-hour day, you could see multiple traumatic situations.
I traumatized a few doctors along the way.
Oh, no. You've got a good sense of humor, Patrick. I'm glad that you're part of Music Success. And you are here at Summerfest? Where do we find the music success section?
Well, the woman whose voice we just heard at the Briggs stage, if you tend to leave that beautiful performance, head east. We're directly east. We're at the Lake Walk, where WTMJ is, go all the way south. We're before the Ferris wheel, though. If you see the Ferris wheel, you went too far. Ride on it, though. It's a lot of fun. But we're prior to that. We're right next to the U.S. Army with our merchandise booth, which is a 20 by 20 tent. You can buy guitars, you can buy apparel and merchandise, sign the guitar, which we're going to sell at the end of the show. And just talk to us so we can give you a brochure and tell you about what it is we do. And then if you go a little farther south on the Lake Walk, you get to the Whammy Wisconsin Area Music Industry Music Success Stage. We're featuring nearly 90 acts on that stage through the run of Summerfest.
And to give somebody the chance to perform at Summerfest, that is magic. And I also love that you're selling guitars, because think of the thousands of people at Summerfest who are seeing bands of all levels, of all styles. If they're inspired and they see that guitar at the Music Success booth, you know, maybe that's what I'll do this summer. Maybe I'll teach myself. Maybe I'll noodle around. I love that you're a part of inspiration there. And you're going to be performing on the stage tomorrow, because you're a musician. What is your specialty? Are you a guitarist as well?
Yes, I am. I play multiple instruments, but guitar is really my passion.
Go ahead, list them out. What all do you play?
Well, bass guitar. I played a lot of jazz and that. I played jazz piano for many years. I do some drum. I program it more because that has better meter than my feet. And keyboards and do vocals.
So you truly
now.
speak this musical language. How wonderful.
Yeah, it's the I would say it's the fabric of my life.
And it's how you've learned that expression musically keeps your mental health
absolutely
in ship shape. And you're going to be performing at 6 o'clock tomorrow?
6 p.m. at the Whammy Music Success Stage, and my band is called Karma Shotgun. So.
And what does Karma Shotgun specialize in? Will we be singing along to hits? Are they original songs?
There's all going to be songs that I wrote, and
Cool.
nobody uses this terminology anymore, but somebody who saw us and didn't really care for our sound said, "Oh, you guys are just a bunch of acid rockers." So we're acid rock.
My goodness.
Yeah. That voice, exactly. That
Oh,
was
how funny. That will stay with you. But it doesn't matter if it's the music that you feel good playing and that you create and that other people will stand around and enjoy. You're making the right music.
Yeah, it's a hard, edgy, psychedelic stuff with very salubrious lyrics.
Ooh, Patrick Nettesheim from Music Success tomorrow at 6 on the Whammy Music Success stage towards the south end.
Right before the Ferris wheel. Take a ride on the wheel.
Look for
Come
the Ferris
see
wheel.
us.
That's a perfect landmark. And where can people go to learn more about the good work that Music 6S is doing?
Most of the action is happening on Facebook. So if you're part of that social network, go to that search, Music, the number 6, the letter S, or go to our website, either music6s.com or .org, and you will find our home.
Thank you for using music to make a positive difference in people's lives. Keep up the great work, and I will see you again, I'm sure very shortly, either later tonight or tomorrow performing.
Love you, Sandy, and love TMJ and good karma.
Aw, thank you. Patrick Nettesheim from Music 6S. And we have more band suggestions for you and your chance to win free Summerfest tickets next on What's on Tap.
Get the help you need Saturday morning with How To Radio. At 7, it's the WTMJ Fix It Show with David Nason, featuring this week's guest, J&B Construction. At 9, plan your dream vacation with the Fox World Travel Show. And at 10, get financial guidance during Money Talk. Contact Annex Wealth Management for an unbiased review of your investments at annexwealth.com. How To Radio, Saturday mornings on WTMJ.
Hey, WTMJ's John Mercure here. They're the best in the business. They are CertaPro painters. Now's the time to get on their schedule. Their summer sales discount goes through the end of July. Do it now. They painted our house, the outside, absolutely fantastic. They're kind, they're thoughtful. They moved our patio furniture out of the way and moved it right back where it belonged. It is CertaPro painters. Schedule your free estimate at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C. For your home or business, they're the best. Each CertaPro painter's business is independently owned and operated.
At Potawatomi, where ways to win are endless, another chance to capture epic cash and prizes comes Friday, June 27th. It's the season finale blockbuster drawings. Watch your entries from Enchanted Spins, Unreal Treasures, and Boundless Bounty come together for drawings where $300,000 in cash and prizes is there for the taking. Be there to win your share. June 27th only at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. More info online. Must be 21 years old to play.
Without an Advent clinic nearby, people suffering needlessly from chronic nasal congestion and sinus infections would be stuck with either Band-Aid or sledgehammer solutions. Band-Aids are pills or nasal sprays, and they're not true solutions. Surgery is a sledgehammer, and that's what we're trying to avoid. Because most people don't need surgery for nose and sinus issues, nor do they want a 14-day recovery. Our unique Advent approach can, in 20 minutes in our office, open your blocked nose for good, with only 1-day recovery. I'm Advent founder Dr. Kandula. Outside of Advent's four walls, invasive surgery is what they'll recommend. But here you will find effective and convenient in-office solutions to help you stop the need for Band-Aids and avoid the sledgehammer.
Go to adventknows.com to schedule your appointment, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better. Most insurance accepted.
This is Matt Meitner, owner of Sit Means Sit Dog Training. Do you find yourself talking to your dog but feel like she's not listening to you?
Bella, sit!
Are you constantly repeating yourself but she's not following your directions?
Sit! Sit!
Frustrating, isn't it? At Sit Means Sit Dog Training, we want to help you have a happy, confident, and obedient dog, and we also want to make the training process an enjoyable and worthwhile experience. Contact Sit Means Sit today to schedule a free consultation so we can create a customized training program so you are able to have the dog you want and deserve.
Sit Means Sit Dog Training. Sorry, we don't train husbands, wives, or kids.
This is What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx.
I've been hurting, I've been swerving wrong. This never gets you back home.
This is a band I'm not familiar with, performing tonight at the U.S. Cellular Stage at 8:15. Lecade, Lecade. I'm worried I sound super unhip, but again, an example of all the different styles of music you can enjoy here at Summerfest. I have your chance to win a free 4-pack of Summerfest tickets in just a few minutes. So stay with me here on What's on Tap, broadcasting live from Summerfest at the Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin mobile studio. But we have more helpful suggestions to help you figure out who to see this weekend at Summerfest. Here's another friend of mine from Good Karma Brands.
When you're old school like me, you seek out that old school sound. Hi, I'm Bob Brainerd. Plenty to choose from at Summerfest this year, and these are my top 3 picks to dial in and move to the groove. On June 28th, here come the Mummies, bring chaos and fun and favorites galore.
Gonna pick your flower, gonna be there in an hour. Coming in my band shot shoes and my necktie, honey.
And you can't beat the costumes that have to be a tad warm on a hot Milwaukee night. On the 4th of July, celebrate Independence Day with Fountains of Wayne and sing along with Stacy's mom, who's got it going on.
Stacy's mom has got it going on.
The late lead singer of the band, Adam Schlesinger, actually was behind the music of The Wonders in the film That Thing You Do, so maybe you'll hear from the soundtrack as well. Finally, back to June 28th, and jazz fusion greats Spyro Gyra taking the stage to celebrate 50 years of the band performing. These guys used to be a mainstay at the Jazz Oasis stage year after year, and now they're back to set the mood with Morning Dance, Catching the Sun, the Shaker Song, and more.
On Saturday. Thank you to Bob Brainerd, friend and co-worker at Good Karma Brands, and Spyro Gyra 4:30 on Saturday on the Miller Lite Oasis. He mentioned Fountains of Wayne. They are on the July 4th, headlining the stage there. I'm looking it up to make sure I'm right. Big Backyard, July 4th, Fountains of Wayne at 10 o'clock. And here come the Mummies. Saturday night at 10 o'clock on the Briggs & Stratton Big Backyard. They are an experience to behold. Trust me. And I want to say a big thank you to all of my guests tonight. Elizabeth Lintonen from the WTMJ Newsroom with her updates on what she's experienced so far and reported on the first weekend of Summerfest, but also her experience at the Rick Springfield concert. Also, woodworking artist Ike Winter, thanks for coming by, and wish him good luck for getting his artwork to the Killers tomorrow night. And also thank you to Patrick Nettesheim from Music Success, a wonderful group helping mental health for first responders through music. So thanks to everyone, and thank you for listening to What's on Tap, sponsored by Visit Milwaukee. You can catch up on past episodes, jump online, WTMJ.com, or wherever you get your podcasts. That's where you will find What's on Tap, and catch up on some really fun conversations that we've had and share them with your friends. And right now, call in for your chance to win a free 4-pack of Summerfest tickets. The Siding Unlimited WTMJ talk and text line, 855-616-1620. That's 855-616-1620. I will say caller 18. Give more people a shot, because sometimes it's like, I'm not even going to try. It's caller 5. No, caller 18 at 855-616-1620 will win a free 4-pack of tickets to come on down and have fun at Summerfest. Brian Kelly, producer back at the WTMJ studio, thank you so much for your work. He is ready to take your call. 855-616-1620. If you're a caller, did I say 18? I didn't write it down. Okay, good. Thank you, Brian. Caller 18. I didn't want to be wrong and cause confusion. Caller 18, you will be the winner. Good luck. I am Sandy Maxx. It is absolutely my pleasure to be here with you. Thank you so much for listening. And again, if you want to find even more band suggestions, you can also text the word bands, B-A-N-D-S, to the Siding Unlimited WTMJ talk and text line, 855-616-1620. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and if you are so inclined, there is still time to get down here to enjoy some of these incredible bands like Devo, like the Psychedelic Furs. You can even get here in time to see some Lainey Wilson headlining the Avett Brothers, Mayday Parade, Gavin Adcock, and Allison Russell was at 7, but I'm telling you, there's a lot of music to enjoy. So thanks a bunch for joining me on WTMJ, and have a good night.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station.
Are you over 50 and constantly feeling tired, bloated, or just a little off? Don't ignore it. Those could be signs that your liver is crying for help. As we age, our liver, which is essential for metabolism, digestion, immunity, and detoxification, needs extra support and protection. If neglected, it can leave you feeling sluggish and constantly off your game. That's where Active Liver from New Nordic comes in. Available in easy-to-take tablets or delicious gummies, Active Liver combines powerful natural ingredients like turmeric, milk thistle, and globe artichoke extract to help support healthy liver function. With Active Liver, you're giving your body an essential daily defense against toxins from alcohol, fatty foods, and sweets, helping you reclaim your energy, improve digestion, lose the bloat, and strengthen your immunity so you can look and feel your best again. Protect your liver and give it the support that it deserves by making Active Liver from New Nordic part of your daily wellness routine. Find Active Liver in stores at your local CVS, Meijer Grocery, or online at Amazon or NewNordicUSA.com.
It's there all day, and it never goes away. I hate pain. It robs us of so much. But if you take action today, your pain could be gone tomorrow. Because at Rejuvenex, we harness the power of Toradol and hyaluronic acid to calm the inflammation and cushion joints. Rejuvenex treatments are safe, they're FDA approved, and in most cases, insurance, including Medicare and Medicaid, pays for them. At as low as $65 per injection per joint, our treatments are affordable. It's not a gimmick. It's pharmacological medicine administered in office in a simple and convenient manner. And with it, our patients have been able to avoid risky surgery and begin to stop the onset of arthritis. I'm Rejuvenex founder Richard Salinas, and here we've made pain treatment as easy and affordable as it can be. Go to Rejuvenex.com to request your free pain evaluation.
AccuNet Mortgage is an equal housing lender. NMLS ID 255368.
After writing 3 unsuccessful offers, Brenda decided to make a no-regrets offer on this next property. She offered $35,000 over asking and promised to complete the purchase even if the appraised value came in as much as $25,000 below the accepted offer price. Why? because she was tired of losing and because her AccuNet loan consultant showed her that even in her worst-case scenario, no additional money would be needed at closing, and her payment, which on this home was much more affordable than others she wrote offers on, would only increase by $17 a month. Brenda's no-regrets offer, backed up by a rock-solid guaranteed pre-approval from AccuNet, was accepted over several others. And wouldn't you know, the appraised value came in at the significantly higher than asking purchase price, which happens 9 out of 10 times in our experience. If you or someone you know wants help understanding what a no-regrets pre-approval might look like, get started by clicking on the blue button at AccuNet.com. That's ACCUNET.com.
Stay up to date with your trusted and relevant source in news, sports, traffic, and weather. We are Wisconsin's radio station. News Radio 620, WTMJ, Milwaukee.